I'm Dora from Grace City. The 4,800 less the tax credit of 20%, 1,600. and advice. I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.